starting our day off at the Werks Reunion. This is a Porsche-specific event. Some of the greatest Porsches from all over the country are here. You see, we got a stage in the background, so we're gonna walk towards the stage. We'll show you guys some of the best pieces here, at least from our perspective, what we think is really cool and unique that we don't get to see often. So let's start walking that way and see what we find. So this is the judging area. These are people's personal cars that are getting judged for the Werks Reunion. So what I love about this specific area is you get a lot of just daily cars that these guys are owning and driving on a daily basis, not necessarily collector pieces, but a little bit of everything. So you get turbos, Turbo S's, 4S's, 4S's cabs, Targas, a little bit of everything. So it's cool. I love that, you know, part of the Porsche world is you drive them because they're reliable on a daily basis, and you also get to judge them and kind of, as a community, say, yeah, great job, man. You did good with your 992 C4S. So from my personal perspective, in this corral right here, this has to be my favorite. It's a 992 GTS in yachting blue with brown interior. Absolutely killer combo. You get the GTS, so that daily driver performance aspect of the carbon roof. Look at that interior. With the brown stitching. Look at that on the dash. I don't know if you can see that or not, but stitching on the dash is brown, ties in perfectly. This is perfect spec. Perfect spec. So, funny enough, we're in the parking lot right now at the Werks, and these are all people's personal cars around us that you come to Werks, you don't necessarily want your car judged, but you want to bring it because you want to be in community. So you bring it here and still park it on the lawn, but in the general parking lot. And what's really cool is they separate them by generations. So you see, we've got the 944s here, we've got the Boxsters here. As we go down, you get the 911s. So just a really cool thing they do that brings everybody together, which is what the Porsche community is so good at. So one of my favorite little places to pop out and talk to owners and meet some new people over here. We're at our friend Ryan Freriedman's section of the Werks Reunion, where he's got some awesome cars on display. He's got a jade green 911 GTS, a mint green ST, a white blue 38 RS, and a Guards red Sport Classic. Four of, honestly, some of the coolest, most unique cars here, and the overall build, not just the outside, but the inside is just decked out. So love to see him, love supporting him. Awesome lineup here by Ryan. Thinking about your two cars, the 458 and the Viper, I think actually the Viper has a really good chance of performing well on Bring a Trailer. I don't know if you saw, did you see the Barn Find collection they just did? So I need to look and see if the yellow one, because there was a yellow one, I need to see if it went off yet, because they're kind of staggering them, right? What's good about that, and the point I'm making, is that there's a momentum right now for Vipers, because there was a lot of press around that. He did a great job of launching that Barn Find, you know, project kind of thing. So there's this momentum now around Vipers where I think you could really take advantage of that. Just got off the phone with a client who reached out to us on Instagram. He is interested in selling two of his cars, a 458 and a Gen 2 Viper, and get into something new and different. So talked about the overall strategy of what he needs to get into, but we also talked about the 458 and the Viper going possibly on Bring a Trailer. And the Viper, the Gen 2 car, is very interesting because those cars can do really well if represented properly. So that's the car we're gonna start with. We're closing deals while we're at the Werks Reunion here in Monterey, California. But it's fun, man. This is what it's all about.
Man, how are you?
Good, doing so good. Can beer?
Coffee, sir?
Hey! What's up, buddy? How are you?
Good, are you?
Doing really good.
It's like, I know that voice.
Yeah.
This is where we're running, everybody we know.
Yeah. How long you been here? It works.
Since the clock crack it on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I drove him in this morning.
Nice. All right, guys, we are here at the Werks. I ran into my good friend Tan Veer, Time and Tire on Instagram, and we got his CGT behind us. This thing is not just a normal CGT, Tan Veer.
No, it's
Tell us
not.
about what you did.
Well, I didn't do anything. I just provided the canvas, actually. But there's an artist named Pinstripe Chris, who is an absolute legend and an absolute gentleman, who hand painted this over 2 days live at SEMA on top of the Carless USA PPF, which this car was the test mule for.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so you've had this car for how many years now?
5.5 years.
Okay. What is your favorite thing about the CGT?
Sound. So the sound of this car is truly amazing.
Yeah.
It has a Graham Rahal Performance exhaust on it, which is
Nice.
70 pounds less than the stock suitcase that was in the car. So when you think about having that much less weight behind the rear axle of a car, especially a mid-engine car, that's tremendous.
Yeah.
Of course, the sound and the back pressure is less. But that plus a lithium-ion battery, this is a sub 3,000 pound Carrera GT, naturally aspirated, manual gearbox V10. It is the GOAT.
How many miles?
26,000 miles as of my good friend Evan's
Love it.
interview.
I absolutely love it. And I hope you do many, many more miles
God
on
willing.
this car. Yeah.
God willing.
Quick question before we go.
Yeah.
Are they really as hard to drive as everybody makes it out to be, or once you learn it, is it pretty easy to do?
So this is a life lesson not to listen to keyboard warriors. This car is like a loaded gun.
Yeah.
You gotta respect it. You know that, you've got plenty of seat time in the
Yes.
CGT,
Yes.
which is why I love and respect you
Yeah.
and always value your opinion. But here's what I can tell you about this car. If you know how to drive a manual gearbox, you will figure out the clutch, as you know, in a couple of minutes. It just requires a certain way to let the clutch engage, and then you can get on the gas. But people don't know that the first generation PCCBs, the carbon ceramic brakes, take a little bit of heat to
Yes.
start biting.
Yes.
And in a civilian application,
Yes.
you got to be aware of that because you get going a lot faster than you think.
Yes.
Because you got this amazing V10,
Yeah.
but then you got to stop sooner than you think until you get a little heat in them.
Yep.
And so people with a little bit older cars, 20 years, that have ceramics, they'll understand this phenomenon. But this car needs to be respected like a loaded gun.
Yes.
So it can be used in a number of different ways, but it depends on how you treat it. And what I like about it, frankly, is that you really have to know how to drive to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it, I drive it significantly, but it's way beyond my capabilities. And even at 4/10 like I drive it, it's just like a barrel of monkeys. It's so much fun.
Well, that's what's great about it is you don't have to be going 120, 150 miles an hour to enjoy that
That's
car.
right.
You can enjoy it at 80 miles an hour and have a
Absolutely.
blast. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. All right, Tanvir, thanks, man. Thank you for your time. Thank you for
love you, bro.
everything. I love you too, man.
Yeah, man.
We're enjoying Werks out here.
You're missing a good one.
Both weather, people, cars, it's incredible out here. We'll see you guys soon. Awesome day at the Werks Reunion. A little sun-kissed, but we're here in downtown Carmel now. About to head up the hill for dinner. While we're headed up, let's check out some of the cars that are on the street because Carmel has some of the best car spotting of all of Car Week. So let's go up and see what we got. All right, so we got Cody's favorite spec, Yachting Blue GT3 RS. We've seen that guy a couple times here today, actually. 720S, got an STO up there. And then this poor guy, we gotta show him this. 650S, highly modified, but poor guy's windshield got bashed in. Hopefully they find out who did it. Tell you what, it's smart on their part to put that note on there and maybe help find the guy. So we've got a UV16 RS. I hope the owner of this car doesn't see this because your interior, not the best combo. Head back up. So this street has one of the best restaurants in downtown Carmel they always roll out the red carpet during Car Week. So we've got an awesome Revuelto here. I really wish that car was more reliable because that is a awesome looking car. We've got my personal favorite car out here, the C5 Corvette. Look at that thing. God, that paint job is just top tier with the lights on the bottom. Doesn't get better than that. Just takes your breath away. And then, moving up here, this is the restaurant I was talking about. So you got 296, just LaFerrari parked on the road. Biggest crowd here around this, of course. Excuse me, sorry. And then that might be DK's car. I'm not quite sure, but absolutely stunning. So epic street run right there. See if there's any more before we hit a restaurant. All right, another red carpet, by the way. So that seems to be a theme here. Some good cars. Got a 430. What is this, Cody? Wide body Aventador. Dorado. Touring. Camaro. 1959 Corvette, maybe? 61, let's see. I went to someone's house that specializes in those and he told me all about them. Should have paid a little bit more attention to the back, but good little lineup there. Nothing like crazy, but solid. So we're headed to our restaurant right here around the corner, and I'm gonna have a great dinner tonight with some friends.
Never seen publicly before. Fascinating restoration opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, for its next chapter. Please note, due to California emissions, at $3.5 million, going for the second time. And at $3.5 million, here at Orange Sotheby's, going for the third and final time, the car is sold! $6 million! There it is! Well done, Michael. $6 million. Don't let it get away with that, sir. Try one, 6.1. Down here, the car is sold! 6.1 million.
All right, so let's step outside. We've been in the auction room for the last hour or so. Today is the day of Ferrari, is what I would say. A lot of good performances. 6.1 million hammered, so that's 6.7-ish on the LaFerrari Aperta, and then we got 3.6 on the F40. So two huge results on the Ferrari side of things, and again, that kind of 2000s, 90s stuff. So, no way! Oh, good.
I'm great. How are you?
Good. All right, so that happens. We walked in and ran into some friends, which was awesome. Incredible day, like I said, for the Ferraris. Porsches are coming up, so we'll see how those perform. But it's see if the momentum goes into tomorrow as well on Saturday for the F40s and F50s and everything that's going off tomorrow. So it's been an awesome start. Great energy in the room. Can't wait to see how this thing wraps up.